Imagine this: a state once famous for cowboys, tumbleweeds, and oversized barbecue grills is now being compared to entire countries when it comes to money and power. So here is the big question. How on earth did Texas transform from a land of cattle ranches into an economic giant? Think about it. Texas has more millionaires than some European countries have citizens. It produces so much energy, it could practically light up half the planet. And yet, people still joke about cowboy hats bigger than their heads. Strange, right? In this video, you will finally understand how Texas pulled off this transformation. We are going to answer: what makes Texas so unique for business and growth? Why are big companies abandoning other states to move there? Who are the key players in this story? How did history and politics shape this miracle? And what are the risks that could slow down the Texas dream? Section 1. What is the Texas economy today? Texas is not just a state. Economically speaking, it is almost a country inside another country. Its gross domestic product is bigger than Canada, bigger than South Korea. Yes, one single state creating more wealth than entire nations. And here is the thing. It is not just oil. It is technology in Austin, financial services in Dallas, agriculture that feeds millions, and of course, the oil and gas giants in Houston. Imagine a family that started with a small bakery, then opened a car factory, then launched a tech startup. That is Texas. But how did all of this begin? Section 2. Why did Texas become so attractive for businesses? Here is the secret recipe. And no, it is not barbecue sauce, lower taxes, fewer regulations, and a cost of living that feels like a bargain compared to New York or California. Think about school. One teacher gives you strict rules. The other says, "Go ahead, surprise me." Which class would you rather be in? That is Texas for businesses. And there's more. Plenty of land. Vast, affordable, practically endless. Here you can build entire factories, set up warehouses, design whole neighborhoods, all without running into your neighbor's backyard. But low taxes and wide land are just part of the story. So who made it happen? Section 3. Who were the players behind this growth? The story begins with the oil barons of the 20th century. Names like H.L. Hunt and Glenn McCarthy. Men who turned dusty land into fields of black gold. Then came the diversifiers. Houston became an energy hub. Dallas, a financial powerhouse. Austin, the new Silicon Valley with music, startups, and creativity. Fast forward to today. Tesla moved its headquarters to Texas. Hewlett-Packard, too. Apple built a giant campus in Austin. And countless startups followed. Imagine a sports team that once had only one superstar. Now it has the best quarterback, fastest runner, and the sharpest coach. That is Texas with oil, tech, finance, and even space exploration. Section 4. When did Texas take the leap forward? The turning point came after the oil crises of the 1970s. Texas realized it could not depend forever on pumping oil. So the state invested in education, in research, and in infrastructure. The University of Texas in Austin became an innovation hub. Then, in the 1990s and 2000s, California grew too expensive, too crowded. Companies looked east and saw Texas. It was like walking into a supermarket and seeing premium goods at discount prices. Of course they moved. Today, highways connect every corner. Airports link Texas to the world. Cities welcome both cowboys and coders. But does this miracle come without problems? Section 5. What are the risks and challenges? Here is the reality check. Yes, Texas is rich, but it is also vulnerable. Energy dependence means that when oil prices crash, Texas suffers. The tech boom is incredible, but in Austin, housing prices explode, inequality grows, and then the climate. Hurricanes, extreme heat, and the 2021 winter storm that left millions in the dark. Proof that even giants have weak spots. It is like driving the fastest car in the world. but not being sure your brakes will work. Still, Texas bets on diversity, on innovation, and on that restless spirit. 4. Conclusion. Texas is a paradox. Cowboy hats and computer chips, oil rigs and space rockets, cattle ranches and corporate skyscrapers. The strength of Texas is in mixing tradition with reinvention. The advantage? Jobs, growth, global influence. The risk? Inequality, dependence, fragile infrastructure. The lesson? Power is not about one resource. It is about the ability to reinvent. And Texas has mastered that art. Now tell me, what surprised you the most about Texas? The tech boom? The oil giants? The sheer size of its economy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I will be reading them. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps bring more videos like this one. And if you want more, watch the next video, How California is Struggling to Keep Its Crown. You will love the contrast.